Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you grabbed some lunch and you're all set to go on a learning ride with us. We have some extremely interesting content for you today, and you sure would want to stay glued to your seats. So let's get started. So, very warm welcome, and it's very special to have you here because it is our first edition of Smarties Unplugged. So, big round of applause on that, guys. It's our first edition of Smarties Unplugged. And thank you for being a part of this debut edition. So, as we take you on an enriching journey and decode popular categories and the Smarties submissions thereof, as you know, Smarties has been a signature property that shapes the future of marketing excellence, and this is no exception. A big shout out to our valued partners and our associates whose support has been pivotal in bringing this event to life. So please, a big round of applause for our partners and associates. This is Unplugged, so let's be unplugged in its truest sense in our body language, in our interaction, please. So, it's a pleasure to be standing here today and to be able to start witnessing the journey of all those who are at the forefront of marketing excellence, with business impact being front and center. Amongst us, as you know, we have our Smarties submitters, and I can see a couple of you here. You want to raise your hands? Smarties submitters in the room, please. Raise your hands. A lot of them are still getting ready to show up, but lovely to have you, and thank you for your participation. So, now you must be wondering, what is Unplugged? Why did we come up with it? And what's the idea behind it as a prelude to the gala? So, Smarties Unplugged is a unique platform that brings together leading brands, tech enablers, data mavericks, and the ecosystem to delve into what categories are shaping the future and what goes behind creating campaigns that make the cut at Smarties, thereby revealing the secret sauce behind achieving marketing excellence and business impact. As you would have seen the shortlist, we have announced 150 remarkable campaigns based on their scores and based on pre-screener and jury council decision as our nominees for today. And those are the ones some of those are the ones which you will be seeing today as a part of the sessions. This year at Smarties, we've also introduced new categories to recognize the evolving landscape of marketing. It's a testament to the dynamic nature of our industry and to the constant need to uplift, upskill, and be tech first. So, Smarties being an agile platform does ensure evolution with the industry evolving as well. For those of you who don't know, Smarties also has the Smarties Business Impact Index. The Business Impact Index, which we released for 2022, ranked the winning organizations based on their performance at Smarties last year, showcasing the value they drove in terms of sales and business growth. The MMA Smarties Business Impact Index is the first and only global modern marketing index that identifies, ranks, and awards top agencies, top advertisers, top solution providers, and publishers that drive impact. The Business Impact Index is developed based on a proprietary methodology in partnership with WARC, which is a global authority on advertising and media effectiveness, which takes into account finalist and winner data at 3 levels: local, regional, and global. With that said, there's something which I do want to start the day with, and it's very important to all of us, and which is to be able to debunk some myths on our favorite and hottest topic of the year, which is, any guesses? It's right there. It's generative AI that we're talking about, right? Okay, so as we are in an exciting new era where marketing and artificial intelligence are teaming up to drive growth and innovation. At MMA Global, as a global body, we chose to stay ahead of the curve and embrace the latest. So we were looking at the myths, and we were thinking, what could we do? And of course, we can't do it alone. So what did we do? we collaborated with industry experts and thought leaders globally to conduct a groundbreaking study on generative AI and its impact on marketing. It's something which I'm going to tell you more about as I go through the next few slides, so do keep looking for it. So the exciting part is that we are in the midst of an AI revolution in marketing. Many companies are experimenting, scaling, and trying to enable AI for optimization, personalization, so on and so forth. In fact, as a matter of fact, 3 out of 4 companies are experimenting with AI today. But there are challenges, as we would expect so. 1 out of 5 organizations have a solid business case for AI, and that's not enough, right? This is important if we have to make a case to leadership to invest more in AI. And let's not forget that there are, of course, hurdles. There are organizational structures, there are data troubles, and we've seen that that can slow down AI deployment. Hence, this being the concern, as a real eye-opener, our research insights highlights a concerning gap in terms of even AI risk awareness and preparedness. In fact, only 1 out of 8 have a strategy in place to tackle these risks. So as we explore the world of AI today, keeping these insights in mind, it's a thrilling journey, but it does come with its twists and turns. So we're here to help you navigate that. Generative AI has been the talk of town for a while, and we all have our own perceptions, our own assumptions, which may often also be wrong and may therefore be misconceptions. So MMA felt the pressing need to help you decode that. So this particular study that you see on the screen is aimed at addressing the myths and misconceptions and the actual reality based on the study we conducted with our marketers. So I'm going to help you debunk 5 myths, okay? So let's go with the first one. The first myth says generative AI will take your job and kill your family. That's an exaggeration, but yes, it will take your job is the myth we keep hearing of often. So contrary to popular belief, generative AI is not here to replace marketers, but to empower them. It allows us to automate repetitive tasks, freeing up time for strategic thinking and creativity. The study reveals that marketers are optimistic about the opportunity that generative AI brings. So, therefore, it's not a dystopian future, it's pretty much a utopian future. So that's myth number 1. Let's move to myth number 2. I'm going to, at the end of my session, give you 5 myths that we're going to help you debunk. So the second myth, generative AI will bring the biggest disruption in history. How many of you think that? Raise your hands. Okay, interesting. Well, as per the study, generative AI definitely has the potential to be disruptive, but it is not the largest disruption we've seen in history. Please note, marketers perceive generative AI as a tool that will bring significant change, but not historical. Its true potential actually lies in its integration with other technologies and marketing practices to amplify its impact. So it's not something which disrupts in a silo, but it's a component in the broader marketing landscape which can help build better impact and which can help personalize way more effectively. So that's myth number 2. Let's move to myth number 3. Myth number 3 says we're already too late with generative AI. How many of you wake up thinking you're late? How many of you feel that you missed the bus, you're late, it's all moved fast? Anyone? I love it. You guys are fantastic, and that's true. We are not late. We're just not late. You shouldn't be worrying. Many marketers are worrying about the pace of adoption when it comes to generative AI. However, as per our study, organizations have been investing in AI for years. Generative AI is just the next level. So we've been doing it any which ways in our backyard in many different forms. So it's just about prioritizing AI to play the right role. So we're not starting from scratch. Organizations have been investing time in AI, but now with generative AI, there are many other use cases which it can be effectively used for, and that's what we should be looking out for. So I'm glad any which ways this is not a myth for you. So let's move to the next myth. The fourth myth says everything is changing fast. So we don't know where to focus. It does feel like it's an ocean and there's so much one is doing with AI. So what do you really leverage? What do you not leverage? How much do you invest? How much do you not invest? And of course, those are real questions. So as per our study, the marketing landscape is evolving rapidly. But there are specific areas where generative AI is expected to have the most significant impact. And those are content, customer support, and creative optimization. These are the real use cases for which generative AI can play a very effective role. So as long as you can identify which of these are your priority areas, you could be putting it to work and adopting AI applications accordingly. So the good news is the marketers we surveyed are chasing these goals as well, and that's what its larger role is. So that was myth number 4. That brings me to my last myth, right? So generative AI will bring a ton of insourcing is what the belief is in the industry. But the reality is that it actually won't. In the short term, companies are expected to rely more on their external partners to navigate key areas of disruption brought by generative AI. Marketers do recognize it is important to collaborate, and the expertise that external partners bring is unique and important. So it cannot be replaced. So it's not all about insourcing everything, but it's about finding the right balance between what you need to build internally and what you could be leveraging externally. So those were the 5 myths which we've tried to debunk for you based on a massive global study we've done, and we will be sharing this with you as an attendee as well post the event. So this global study has hopefully provided you some valuable insights and debunked some myths. It's surely an exciting time for marketers, and it's filled with endless possibilities. So this eye-opening study not only provides us tangible insights from real people, but also uncovers the truth underlying these myths, right? So make sure that you're leveraging AI for the right use cases, be it customer experience, be it content, be it personalization, and of course, it could be unique to your business goals in terms of analytics, etc. as well. So having said that, now I'd really like to move to the next, to the agenda of the day. I hope you're all geared up for an enriching series of discussions, bringing to you best-in-class and cutting-edge perspectives and use cases through the afternoon. Amongst us, we do have a stellar lineup of speakers and a special takeaway session by Kantar on the SMARTIES judging process and the insights from the jury. We hope that these insights through the day inspire you, help you with your learning goals, and help you push the boundaries of creativity, innovation in your marketing endeavors. On that note, thank you very much for being here, and let's get rolling for the day. Tanya,